Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen back again once again, and today we're here for Kamen Rider GAVV episode 39, and today packs a heavy toll. We done lost Big Unc. Man. We done lost Uncle Dente, and I'm mad. We knew it was coming though. We knew Uncle Dente was gonna get out of here eventually. We knew that. But still, it still sucks. We love Uncle Dente, man. We need Uncle Dente. And I just didn't like it, okay? But in this episode, we trying to make some snacks for Uncle Dente. But cause he wanna go out in the human world and he wanna try parfaits and pudding and all kinds of just gourmet sweets. But he can't, because he doesn't have a human disguise. So you know, if he go outside and people see how he look and he just sitting there eating the parfait. First of all, thank God I saw the scans for this episode, and thank God that was like not really a flashback, but kind of just a what if scenario. Because if he had went there and ordered a parfait, first of all, he already had it, so who served it to him? He's getting ready to take a bite. Who served it? You clearly saw this guy was a monster. Why? Who served it? You served it and didn't scream. But yeah, so apparently the what if scenario is like if he goes outside, you know, and goes in broad daylight and people see him, then you know he's gonna get you know blasted. So he was like, no, we can't do that. So you know what? We're just gonna make the stuff. We're just gonna make the parfaits. We're gonna make the pudding. We're gonna make the gourmet eats for Uncle Dente, man, because you know he's kind of been like he's been sleeping a lot, and you know Sachika knew what, you know, she felt guilty for not telling Shoma, but Dente told her not to tell Shoma. So it was a lot. And you know, we see that, you know, Lakia is coming to him a lot, asking him to make stuff and build this, build that, repair this and stuff like that. And you know, he's been, you know, giving Dente sweets to basically like pay him, you know, for, you know, his services. But at the same time, Lakia also felt bad that he didn't notice that, you know, Uncle Dente was getting like sick or whatever, or he was sick and stuff like that. And he reminisces on the fact that he didn't notice when Kamen he didn't notice that Kamen was on the dark treats and stuff like that. So it always ended up in a bad outcome. So he felt bad about that, and this is Lakia's way of making up for it. So Shoma, Sachika, and Lakia, they're basically hey, everybody name ends in an A. everybody name ends in an but yeah, so Shoma's they're off getting all these ingredients and stuff to make all the sweet stuff for Uncle Dente. Hanto is on his own little journey. He's still doing all the investigation stuff with finding Shoma's family, his mother's side of the family. And he's still reminiscing on the fact that I could find your family for you, and then Shoma's like, no, I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm still too afraid. So, but you know, Hanto's still kind of looking, and we did see he ended up Hanto did end up meeting the snack guy, the guy who runs the snack shop that Shoma always goes to. And I felt like, and all three of them were all talking to each other at the same time, and it kind of felt like it was foreshadowing something. I don't know. This guy that works at this snack shop, I'm calling it now. That's his uncle. That's his mom's brother. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll take that. I'll take that L. I'm fully capable of taking accountability for my actions. But I'm calling it now. That's his mom's brother. And that little kid is his cousin. I'm going deep. I believe this. But yeah, so Hanto isn't really in this episode. Like, not that much. He got like one little scene or whatever, but we mainly just focusing on, you know, Dente and Shoma, Lakia, and Sachika, and and also having, you know, Gelato dealing with her like existential like crisis that she's going on right now, the mental breakdown she's going through right now. And she's hating how the family is basically being torn apart. She's also hating how the president and the president's daughter is coming in and trying to take over their company. She's also hating the fact that Jeeb and Neelev have basically sort of bent a knee to the president and the president's daughter. She didn't know that Jeeb got modified by Neelev, as she confronted Neelev about it, because the princess told her that Jeeb got modified, and now she's mad at Neelev because he didn't tell her. I mean, she's mad at Neelev that he didn't tell her that, and then that's how she ends up finding out that Uncle Dente is still alive. And Neelev basically tells her that he's been alive for a while now, and he's been helping the Red GAVV. And she's pissed off at Neelev because Neelev is acting like he doesn't care about what's going on with the company and the family and stuff. And Neelev looks stressed. Like after every conversation, Neelev looks stressed. He's irritable. Like he gets pissed off when people say like, "You gave Jeeb a Red GAVV." He's like, "No, I didn't give her a Red GAVV. It's a Black GAVV. God, come on, man, get it right." But you can tell that Neelev is stressed, but he's just hiding behind his suave, smile and glasses or whatever. But yeah, so Gelato, she goes off to go find Uncle Dente, and we see that the rest of our crew, they're going off to go, see about Uncle Dente and stuff. They're gonna make they've made all the sweets and stuff. They ready to hand him off, have his dream come true. And then we see that Gelato, she gets there with Uncle Dente, and then she talks to him, and she says she basically tries to grab him and take him back to Stomach, but he says like, "Listen, I'm never working for Stomach ever again. It's not the company that I founded." And Gelato basically drops that, the company was founded by you and Gramps, and mom and dad are dead, and then the company was founded by you and Gramps. So like, you don't want to do is like, he's like, no. He's like, it's not what it's. You're a criminal. You're basically a criminal organization now. You're basically a black market. You're technically drug. You're technically drug dealers. So it's like, why would I want to come back to that? No, I make candy and sweets, legal candy and sweets. So Uncle Dente wasn't having it. but he talks to her, and she's like, "You see everything that's happening right now, and you were such a strong, selfish girl, but you loved your family. And now that you see all your family being torn apart and things like that, now you feel lonely. Like you're lonely. You feel lonely right now. But you still have another brother." Like he tries to appeal to her, and she's just like, "Shut up." Like she's like, "I don't want to hear it. Shut up." And he said, "You still have another brother. You still have me. You still have another brother. You can leave Stomach and stay here with us." And she's like, "Nah, F that." And then just when, she pulls out the scythe, and then she slashes Uncle Dente in his back. And that's when the rest of the crew get there, and then she's just like, "I'm not above." She says, I'm not so low that I'm actually will be with the Red GAVV or get along with the Red GAVV. And then the crew walks in, they see this, and then she looks at them, and they look at her, and then she just walks off. She doesn't say anything. And then they go down there, and they look at Uncle Dente, and they try to look at him, and he's gone, like he's out. And Lakia looks at the slash, and he's like, "This is the same type of slash that Kamen had." And then he realizes that the person that killed Kamen was Gelato, which we kind of already knew. Like we saw the signs, we just didn't have it confirmed or not. But this episode kind of confirmed it. And then he gets into a fight. He runs off, gets into a fight with Gelato, and she's like, "Yeah. So what if I did? Maybe it was me. Maybe I did kill your brother, because I made you know how many part-timers I've taken out, you know how many part-timers I've offed, and you know I've offed so many of them I don't remember, and that makes Lakia even more peed off, because it's like, you off my brother and you don't even remember offing him. And so they're fighting in the civilian form right now. Lakia is getting his butt kicked. He transforms, and she's trying to fight her or whatever, you know, she's countering everything. Like, Glotto is a like furious fighter. Like, this site is just, you know, we've seen Glotto fight before. We know how we know how ruthless she is, and she ends up beating Lakia. Lakia transforms. She beats him, and then just when she's getting ready to take him out, all we see is Shoma run in, turn into over energy, and punch the dust out of her. Like, it's trees knocked down. It's all like, we've seen the power of that freaking punch. And then after that, we know Glotto's not dead. She's not dying from that. And Lakia looks up and he sees that she's gone, and he just slams his hand. He's like, I couldn't beat her. I wasn't strong enough. And the episode ends off right there, man. It was so quiet too. Like, it was quiet. But yeah, this episode, it hurt my heart. It did. I kind of, there's a part of me that kind of felt bad for Glotto. I mean, I still hate her. I mean, she's still a horrible person. Don't get me wrong. She still killed Cobell, and you know, and she killed Kenji in the last episode too, which I'm still mad about. But yeah, like, I feel her pain, but at the same time, it's just, I wish I cared more, because you just killed Uncle Dente. You know, you done took out people we love, we care about, and I hate that. You don't care either. Like, you don't care that you did this stuff. But next episode, we're getting the debut of Lakia's ultimate form, which I think is also gonna kind of be like ice based. It's gonna kind of be like ice based or frost based or something like that, just like how the other two forms are for Shoma, and you know how Frappe and and Sorbet are. I think that form is gonna be like that. But man, this episode hurt my heart. Uncle Dente gone, y'all. He gone, man. It seems like he's gonna get a message from Uncle Dente too. Like, he left like a video message for him, which I'm ready to see. But other than that, man, what you guys think about this episode of Kamen Rider GAVV, episode 39? We're in the 40s, y'all. We're in the end game now. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, as I always say, stay patient.